18 years ago, my dad asked me to help him with a project. And I said, sure, let's take a look. Well, when he showed me the details of the project, I got excited. It was interesting to me. It looked very fun, and it looked like something that would be meaningful to our family. So I said yes, and we got started. And it's something he had already started, but he just needed some help getting it across the finish line. Well, that was 18 years ago. My dad's been gone for 3.5 years, and that project is still unfinished. So this video is about finishing that project. That's another open loop in my life that I'm going to close so I can keep moving forward and not spend my time looking backwards. And I hope this inspires you to do the same. Start closing loops in your life, finishing things that are unfinished, and just see where it takes you. Well, that project that my dad wanted help with, it was a children's book that he had written, and it was inspired by what you're looking at behind me. This is my lower pasture, and my dad was standing right about here, looking out across the pasture after a big rainstorm. And there's a seasonal creek that runs through the bottom of this pasture. And when it rained really hard back in the day, the water would overflow the creek and it created a large pond. The geese actually loved it, but it created a large pond that you could see from the house next door, which is where my family lived. My dad lived with my mom and my sister and her family and her 2 boys and her girl. Well, the 2 boys, Jake and Shane, are the subjects or the stars in the story. And the story is about those boys going on an imaginary fishing trip down to the disappearing pond. Now, I fixed the creek years ago so it doesn't overflow anymore. So the disappearing pond, unfortunately, disappeared forever. So I guess in one way, finishing this story that I left unfinished for 18 years is one way of bringing that pond back. So when Dad asked me to help him finish the story, I said yes. And I was excited to help. And we got started. And we made progress. And what I'm holding here is the rough draft with stick figures and all to represent the illustrations. And when we were done roughing it out, I said, I'll take it from here. And then I never finished it. And unfortunately, that's been the story of my life with so many things. And it's actually the title or the name of this YouTube channel, My Unfinished Life. And it's example after example of things that I have left unfinished in my life that I am now choosing to finish. Hopefully, this channel and especially this story about the book will inspire you to maybe pick up that book that you wrote years ago and didn't finish, or a project that you left unfinished that needs to be finished. I hope it does that for you. So I'm going to leave it there for now and just hope you'll come back and join me on the next couple of videos when I talk about the experience of creating the illustrations for the story, designing and laying out the book, and then getting it published. And I've had some pretty crazy experiences on the illustrations, and I'll share those in the next video. You think AI is terrific and infallible? Oh no. I thought that was a great idea to just use AI to create the illustrations, and there's nothing like looking at a 3-armed boy wishing it would fit into the story, but that's AI for you. So I hope you'll follow along. and I'll see you in the next video.